Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Give me a second. I want to pull my live stream up. Nice, we live. That honestly doesn't look too bad. I thought it would look really, really bad, but it doesn't look bad. So let me start this out. First of all, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, guys. I must tell you. I must tell you how happy I am right now. For multiple reasons. One of the first reasons, let me pull this down a little bit, right about there. But yeah, happy Father's Day, guys. I'm really happy, and I have to tell you why. But the first reason that I'm happy is this. I woke up today at around 6 a.m. I went to bed around 1 yesterday, but I woke up at 6 and I was able to be productive early this morning. I was able to get a lot of work done. That's thing number one. Thing number two, which probably should have been thing number one, but I'm going chronologically right now. My son brought me the best Father's Day card I ever could have asked for. Check this out. And he colored it. He put red sprinkles on the cupcake, orange cupcake, yellow wrapper, and he wrote 5 reasons why my pop rocks. I love Dad because he lets me play basketball. I do that. I love him because he takes me to Animal Kingdom and Disney Springs. I do that. I love Daddy because he takes care of me. He's the best. I love him because he makes videos. I love him. I love Daddy because he makes money. Actually, hold on, y'all, hold on. Let's do it again. I love Daddy because he makes money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
All right, let's keep going. Okay, and then I couldn't see this part because it was covered up with tape, but it goes to this. I show Daddy I love him by kissing or holding him. He does. My son gives the best hugs in the world. By praying for him. Oh my goodness. I wish I had something more impactful than that ding sound for that one, because that one hit me hard by praying for him. And my wife told me he came up with all of these on his own. And the last one, he can show his love to me by being patient. And this was a custom card. I just saw the back of this. I just saw the back of it. Yeah. I'm starting it out with that because it's Father's Day. And I have never really been into celebrating these days or special occasions. I never really cared much for it. I never wanted to ask for anything or get gifts or anything like that, which is what made me even find out about my OCPD. But the biggest thing is that this Father's Day, I actually asked my wife and my son to just write down 5 things they love about me and a few things that they can do to show me they love me. This was something that I asked for because we tend to, especially as fathers, we don't really look at ourselves and the impact we're making all the time. We don't frequently do that. And I just realized I had a timer going. I don't know why I have that timer going. Ignore it for right now. But that was a way for me to have them think about it and then also give me an opportunity to see it. So I have that visual identification of whatever they're saying, and I have the visual representation of it, and I can identify with it personally. So I told him he wanted to take the car back upstairs, and I said, no, you gotta leave the car. And I even appreciated the tiny details, like the tape, the clear tape. My wife, my son, they made custom cars. They printed it out, colored it, taped it together. This means more to me than any $5, $25, $50 card that anybody could go buy, because I normally just toss the cars out. But the fact that they spent their time making this, I'm grateful. I appreciate that. All right, so that's 2 reasons why I'm happy. Number 3 reason why I'm happy is this. This channel, guys, this channel, even though these live streams, you might not see a whole bunch of people in the live streams at all times. I have to tell you that I have been getting people coming to me outside of the live streams on a personal note, and they have been talking about the impact that these streams have been having. The content being provided is helpful when I go on my tangents. That has actually led them to some new discoveries. And all of this is leading to an opportunity tonight where I will be on a podcast. Let me see if she posted it. But an old buddy of mine's, his lady she has a YouTube channel herself. And I'm going to be on there today talking about OCPD. Let me see if I can find the link. Okay, it's not scheduled yet, but this is the thing. I'm going to go ahead and share the channel just so you guys. It doesn't let me do multi-chat. That's fine. I'll share it on Twitch and then I'll share it on the YouTube stream. But yeah, if you guys are up at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight, you want to hear some more from the OCPD coach or hear more about OCPD, then this is a great opportunity to do that, as well as support somebody else who gave me an opportunity to hop on their platform. So definitely check that out. All right. A lot of that out the way. Today, I will not be doing what I did Thursday or Saturday. I am going to stay focused, stay on task. We're going to get things done. And I have to celebrate myself right now because we made it to the stream on time. Right on time. I love it. And I haven't addressed the fact that I'm wearing sunglasses. But I'll tell you this. I don't want to wear my headphones, but I also want to be able to hear my music. And these glasses, these Meta glasses, they have built-in speakers, so I can hear my music while I'm going. It has AI built into it and everything. But I wore these instead of the black pair because I like the blue to match. I like my blue watch, the blue on my watch, the blue on my shirt, the blue on my glasses, everything. It looked better. So it might look weird to have sunglasses on, but hey, do what you want to do. Glass shattered. Glass shattered. It doesn't matter. This is one of those things where I taught you guys about not taking everything so serious. It's okay. Life is life. It's okay. And that being said, you guys are here for the Planet Stream. My name is Shannon Williams. I am the OCPD coach. And my goal is to help you build a healthier relationship with progress. How do I do that? I show you how I live my life every single week with my ADHD and OCPD, the planning, making sure I spend time with family, giving myself time for mental health, all of those different things. So we are going to be doing that. We are going to be doing all of that today. In this stream, pull up my notepad. We are going to go ahead and start with a review. So we're going to go over my Jira board, see what was completed, if I need to bring anything in, what needs to roll over, all of that good stuff. After that, we're going to do a small little break. I might chat for a second. We'll do a retrospective after that where we go and look at everything that went well, things that didn't go as well, and things that we need to be doing going forward to improve our processes. Next, we will do a topic deep dive. So I'll do about 5 minutes on a single topic or multiple topics from that retro and just talk a little bit more in detail on that. And then we will do 20 minutes worth of planning. So we're going to plan out our next sprint of work, which we are going into our marketing planning sprint. This is, guys, it's getting real. I really don't like that one. That's overplayed. Let me try this. It's getting real. Yeah, I like it. That's more dramatic. That's more my style. It's getting real. We are getting ready to release a game. We are going to release a product. So I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited to be part of this as well. And that is the flow. So without any further ado, let us go ahead and switch to our active cam. Drop that out, drop this out, and we are going to stick in here. We are going to give ourselves a good 10 minutes for the review, just to keep it consistent. And if I end early, I end early. But let's go for it. Let me make this a little smaller for you guys. How do I do it? There it is. All right. Guys, welcome in, welcome in. If you are coming inside of the stream, please make sure you leave a like, hit the notification bell if you have not done so already, and subscribe so you can stay alerted and stay up to date. We really want you to get all of this information. But yeah, hopping into this, y'all, look at, I need you to look at this. I need you to look at this. Hold on. Let me do this. I did it. I did it. You guys might remember when I set this sprint up, I assigned this sprint, and I told you that there was a lot of work I wanted to do, a lot of work I had to do. And I knew that I was overloading myself with work. I have no idea, outside of the grace of God, I have no idea how I was able to pull this off. Let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, let's see. Let's check this out real quick. So this is last week's stream right here. All right, so it's when we went goblin mode. So 23 actually. It was 23 tickets that we brought in last week.
And we are going to get a 100%.
Let's see. 23 tickets, guys.
It's only one. And you know, y'all know,
I didn't have the camera on when I did it.
We are going goblin mode this sprint. We are finishing this game. We are doing everything we have assigned, and we are going to get a 100% completion rate. Get a 100% completion rate. And we are going to get a 100% completion rate.
Y'all, I'm to the point right now. I'm trying to hold my celebration in, and I know that the work is not over yet, but you have to celebrate your wins. Last week, I told you I was going goblin mode. We were going to get a 100% completion rate. Every single task, I had 23 tasks when I started. I finished this sprint with 28 tasks.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Y'all, we did it. We did it. And I just had to take a second to just really just appreciate this moment right now before I get too ahead of myself, because we always tend to go from one thing to the next. So instead of celebrating this sprint, I would instantly go into next sprint and start just thinking about all the work I need to do for that. I had to think about where I was on the mountain. I made it to the peak. And now we can review some of the work that was done. So let's go through it. Number 1, sabotage and recover, part 2. Yes, this was a system that I have been implementing, working on, and I made a lot more progress than I even thought I would. I have effects, and I don't even have tickets in here for it, but I have effects that are being created for this system. I have the models being created. And this morning, I was able to wrap up the rest of the system where a single unit can be sabotaged and a customer will decide to leave the unit. So that was a big thing to get done this week. Benchmarking my social media stats, I did that. By the way, we are doing great social media wise. I'm loving the channel rebrand, but I might talk a little bit about that later. Keep going. The hyper focus stream last night. Ooh, me. That stream was magic. If you have not had the opportunity to check that stream out, you should check it out because I talk about OCPD, ADHD, the fight between them both, the harmony that can be found between them both, and I use the show The Office to anchor everything. So it was a good 2-hour rant, just me talking about that. Definitely make sure you check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Next thing we have, add the voicemail system. Done. That system is set up. Next sprint, I'm going to be adding audio so we can go ahead and have it completely finalized. We have admin and planning. I did this. I did a lot of admin and planning. I wound up doing a whole rebrand. So that to me is considered admin and planning. Next, we have rename priorities, sound effects, and audio clips in UE5. Guys, I renamed over 500 files. I have over 500 audio clips that I renamed. And I switched this from just rename sound effects and audio clips to rename priority sound effects and audio clips. It's okay to pivot. This is another thing with OCPD is that rigidity. We think we have to do every single thing as it was originally dictated. But if you find that something makes a lot more sense, then go with what makes sense. And that's what happened here. I realized I didn't need every single sound effect renamed right now, just the ones that had a lot of files that I planned on using with the demo. Next thing I had on here is clean vents. Got me some dust. My wife got a long duster. I got my ladder. I was able to get my vents all cleaned up, so we add that in. Next on here, we had fixed demo bugs. I had specific bugs that came out during playtesting with the character animations as well as the placement of the counter. Got that resolved. Next thing we have on here is the OCPD Coach Thursday stream. That went great. Suntime, great. Workout, great. Cut Beans hair, that went great. Commission AI art replacements. So I didn't wind up commissioning these with finances, but I would say I think I commissioned it with Tom because one of my old coworkers, he's taking care of this for me. And he actually told me today he'll be sending it all over. So that saves me a whole lot of time. Player reward system. I implemented this, guys. I actually went even above and beyond. This would have been a done plus because I took it a few steps further than what I originally intended. And now when you are checking out, there are different perks or, I'm trying to think, rewards that you can get when you're checking out based off the item, the value of it, the price paid, how long it's been out, stuff like that. So I actually went above and beyond and nailed the system. Proud of myself. Distributor quest system. This was one I ripped the Band-Aid off. I just put the table together, marked it, and completed it done. I didn't overcomplicate it because we tend to overcomplicate stuff. Really proud of myself for doing that. Next thing, player punishments. I set this system up. That's all good to go. Box management update part 2. This was one I brought in. I don't think it was assigned. I don't remember, but I know I brought this and was able to knock that out. So you can now take a game and put it back inside of the box. And you can also drop the box and just keep the item in hand. So I think that's really cool. Finalize the pager system. I redid the entire user interface for the pager system. I made it where if you get a page, it alerts the screen, it pops up. And when all of the art gets finalized to put in, that thing is going to be a beast. Build list and place order for new voiceovers. Yes, shout out to my voiceover artist, DC. He did some amazing work and he knows that he really looked out for me. So I appreciate that. He even threw in some extra stuff. Delivery system finalization. This was one that I actually was told I shouldn't even worry about doing extra work. And that came from this meeting with Jameson, my consultant. So he helped me out. We have meetings every single week to get this game done now. Read the Bible. Worked on my YouTube broadcast automation, but it didn't work. I mean, it worked and then the authentication stopped working. So that's a whole nother issue. Added the decibel. I modeled it, created it, and added sound effects. So it is working. Completed my Xbox application. Wife time. Yes. Sunday stream. Yes. And trademark check-in. Yes. One thing I will add in here, one thing is I did a course check-in with Russ. So one of my initial client is actually doing work on my online course right now, which is me working on my delegation skills, as well as he gets the opportunity to apply some of his expertise. So let's do this. And actually, I don't know why I made that a 2. That's a 1. That was only about an hour long. Excuse me. All right. We got that. Let's go ahead and move it over to done. Look at that, 29. That's just the stuff I added. There were probably a lot more things I could have added in here that were small things that popped up, but I don't want to overcomplicate this stream. I want to get right to the facts, get through this, and keep moving forward. So let's go ahead and do a complete of this sprint. Wow. Wow.
The game.
I am the game. I'm absolutely the game. Thank you, God. Okay, we got through that. And I want to go ahead to the next part of this stream, which is going to be, what do we have next up? We have our break. We get a 5-minute break, a nice little break. So I'm doing something a little bit differently during this break. First of all, I do want to remind you guys that I stream 3 times a week. We stream on Thursdays, every single Thursday at 4 p.m. That is when we're going to review all of the work that we're going to assign in a second. And we just do a half point check-in to see how everything is going. We have a stream every single Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. This is where we get work done. We chill. And yesterday was a lot different because I did a lecture, but that's a great stream to always make sure you're in. And every single Sunday, like you see now, 1:15 p.m. Eastern time, we are in here planning our week out. This is really helpful for people with ADHD as well as OCPD. I want to remind you all to subscribe to the channel. You can sub on YouTube. You can follow on Twitch, whatever the case might be. Just make sure you are in the loop. And this is where I want to pull up a video that I literally just took. This is going to be what we do for our break. We're going to just watch this all the way to completion. So be a little bit of a longer break, but I think this is going to be really cool. So let me make sure. Let me turn the background music off. Make sure the desktop audio is not too loud. And let's go ahead and cut all my lights off.
It's a really, I mean, talk about a good, I mean, this is a classic example of how Jira helps you be able to give yourself credit for the time you've spent on tasks. Because if I hadn't done this, there'd be many like uncounted a gazillion hours that would be unaccounted for and that I wouldn't be giving myself credit for, all because of my dog's eye ulcers.
And can you
Her
do me a
7 eye
favor?
ulcers and her surgery.
Could you scroll back through the list just to show?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Because I know you said even one of these was 20 hours or it was.
So what I
hours?
did was I went in and I just simply did a text search on the word ulcer. So these are all the entries based on everything that related to her ulcers. And so you have first time, second. She had 7 ulcers and surgery. So first time, second time, third time, fourth time, and that includes individual vet visits, emergency department visits, ophthalmologist visits, follow-up visits. So for any given ulcer, you would have at least the initial discovery visit and then the follow-up visit to confirm that she's healed, if not several more. And I also gave myself credit. This is really cool. For each one, I gave myself 2 hours, i.e. 2 points of credit for each individual ulcer, for the initial discovery of symptoms and determining how to proceed, because that was when we were going, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? Do we call the vet? Is our dog squinting? And that easily, for each ulcer took easily ate away 2 hours out of our time. So and then you see it's escalating, and this one here that's now at the top, eye ulcer 6 times situation escalating, upcoming surgery. I think that actually I officially gave myself 18 points, 18 hours, believe it or not. I mean, that would, I'd have to go into it, but yeah. And then there's and then it continued post surgery. We had a 7th ulcer, and so this has been ongoing. But this like, from all the way here, I don't know how many entries that is, but you start here, and then if I gradually scroll down, I have to go all the way down like that to get to the very bottom.
And I just wanted to say something. This is real quick for the camera, because I want to share this video, and I asked Russ for his permission to do this as myself. Russ was my first of all, he was my first client, my first official client, and we worked together for over a year, right? It was just over a year from October to January.
I believe it was just over a year. Yes, I believe it was. I think it was like maybe about a year and 2-3 months, something like that.
Okay, and we were able to make. I think we made a lot of progress with things we were able to get accomplished. Different things that, but the biggest thing that I took away from this is why I even wanted to do this is we haven't spoken in a meeting like this since we were working together. We've emailed each other, but I didn't even know Russ was still using Jira. This was news to me, because I remember when I first brought Jira up to Russ, you were using paper, right? And Excel, were you using Excel at the time?
Oh God. Well, I wasn't even using. You and I had a system where we were using Excel spreadsheets, which eventually grew into this Jira system. And before that, I was just all over the place with scraps of paper everywhere, and yeah.
And the biggest thing, so yeah, that's right, because we tried Jira at first, but I think it was a little too much at that time, so we wanted to just using Excel, and then came back to Jira, and when we came back to Jira, Russ customized. When I tell you he customized, I always use the word optimization with us, because he optimized this thing and made it a beast for him, for his situation, what made sense. But I remember that Russ, we would talk a lot, and Russ never understood how much he was actually doing. And I know that I dealt with that myself also, but using a tool like Jira, it brings you back to that mountain principle. My son made this for me, and I always talk about this mountain. Russ now is able to be right here on the mountain with the blindfold off and look at everything he's done. He's able to look down at everything he's done. What he's also able to do, even though we're just looking at Nessie's situation right now, if he were to go to his board or backlog, he would be able to look up at the peak of the mountain and see how far he has to go, or get an estimate. You never know if there might be an avalanche or something that comes your way. But I had to just share this because I'm, first of all, proud of Russ. Like, this to me this is a big deal. The fact that it's stuck, the fact that you're making use of it, and you are actually seeing the benefits of it, to me, that's huge.
But totally.
Yeah.
If you want, I can show you my board.
Yeah, let's see the board.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know you like what I do with the board and my. So I to this day, this is just a reminder. I just perpetually to this day have do nothing in all caps in this first column of what to focus on, and I give my 12 points, so 12 hours per sprint, and that just all it is just is an ongoing reminder, and then I have
Quick,
to do.
Russ, sorry. I know we hate being interrupted, so I'm not going to do this often, but I do
that's
have a question for you. Do you remember the catalyst for creating that do nothing ticket? Do you remember that conversation?
Oh, not specifically, but I know it has a lot to do with rest being important, and taking breaks, and not overworking, and giving yourself credit for recharging and taking a step back, and make it, because in the end it makes you happier and also more productive.
Yes.
You're in. Yeah.
So Russ, he hit the nail on the head. But the biggest, I can remember this exact conversation. Russ had completed an entire sprint of hard work. This was an entire sprint of heavy work, heavy loads of tasks. And the following sprint, he wound up having probably 1 or 2 days where he just had no energy to do anything. And he felt guilty about this.
Oh, I didn't. That's interesting. I'm glad you remember that.
I remember this because you actually
cool.
you were feeling guilty about the fact that you had those days where you just did nothing.
Okay, that sounds exactly like something I would say, because I was talking about how useless I felt and how I went entire days without, feeling like I didn't do anything.
So that word useless, that was the exact word you used back then.
Yes.
And my recommendation for that was you actually should force yourself to or force yourself to find progress in doing nothing. And that is
Exactly.
why in the course we're going to be talking about shortly, but I say rest is progress because we often just think we have to be going and going and going and doing all of these things, but we wind up burning out. So we have to force ourselves or incentivize ourselves to take those breaks. And I just wanted, when I saw the do nothing task here, that made me excited also. So I
Yeah.
wanted to just ask if you remember the catalyst, but I won't interrupt you again. I'll let you flow. Go ahead.
No, that was worth the interruption. Thank you. I didn't remember that's what started it. That's really valuable to know. And then just the typical to-do list and in progress. And then as Shannon will remember, because the sprints are 2 weeks long, sometimes I have things that specifically happen in week one and probably repeat themselves in week two. Um, so those are things specifically that and so
Okay, so I won't play the entire rest of it, but I will tell you this. What Russ is doing, first of all, I was completely surprised by the fact he was still using Jira. I had no idea. We hadn't spoken for 6 months. So ever since the last time we spoke, he's still been using Jira. And effectively, officially, look at the different these different purple categories you see. Excuse me. Um, these are his epics, but the epics are working as his value lanes. He has different tags on them. He's putting things in here such as having a meeting with me, doing work for whatever it is, going to do his drop-in class, getting certain things ready for cooking and food. There are things in here that most people would just count as, oh, we do this every single day. And I had to bring this up because with ADHD, myself, ADHD and OCPD, it's hard for me to fight for prioritization of those smaller, monotonous things that I normally wouldn't give myself credit for. But when I onboarded Russ into Jira, as you can see, he's still using this thing. It has to be almost 2 years later. He's still using it every single week, and he's in good spirits. He actually talks about how helpful the system has been, and I wanted to just share that because you guys always see it from me. You always hear from me how I use it, how it's helpful. But I wanted you to see it from somebody else and get their full. And this wasn't, by the way, this was not a conversation where I said, "Hey Russ, I need you to prep something for me because I'm going to be calling you." He literally pulled up his board and started showing me how many tickets he had dedicated to his pup. And I said, is it okay if I record the next few minutes just to get what impact this has had on your life on camera? And he said, absolutely. So thank you, Russ. Thank you for allowing me to capture that. And I hope that that's helpful for somebody because it's really useful. It's really helpful if you want to learn how to reel yourself in and optimize the ADHD or the OCPD in your life to get things done. All right. That being said, let's keep it moving, guys. We are going to go ahead to our 15-minute retrospective. 15 minutes on the clock now. We're going to run through it real fast. I already set it up. So this sprint, what went well? First of all, full week of video editor services. So that's the big thing. This is the first full week of having my video editor on board. What else went well? My delegation was hands off, supportive, and I would say healthy. Honestly, I would use that word, healthy. I think I really practiced healthy delegation this week. I wasn't over the top, asking for a whole bunch of unclear, undefined, unrealistic expectations or unfair. I really tried my best to put the ball in other folks' court. Another thing, I marketed myself. I hopped in different streams, YouTube, Facebook, Discord, LinkedIn. I really pushed my content this sprint, so I'm really happy about that. Lots of positive feedback. about the impact of the videos. Individuals really love the ADHD and OCPD joint content. So I'm starting to find my niche, if you were to say that. Gain healthy amounts of YouTube subs, Twitch subs. Didn't let myself. I didn't let myself get carried away with ad hoc work. And I put in here, example would be make.com. I didn't let myself get carried away with it. I was really happy about that. Still found time to play with my son. So we went for a bike ride, took for a bike ride yesterday. Keep your word. I'm gonna tell you this, keep your word, guys. Keep your word. If you tell your son or your child you're gonna do something, anybody, keep your word. Don't be a liar. Because if you consistently don't keep your word, you are a liar. That's how I look at it. So I found time to spend with my son, bike ride, basketball. That was a lot of fun. And now, I have a lot of positive stuff that I'm putting here. Oh, hold on. Another one. Finished entire sprint. I finished the entire sprint. So that was a huge one. Another one I want to put on here is worked even when unconfident. Is that a word? Unconfident? Unconfident. I don't even know. I don't know if that's a word. Unconfident. I will say I did well prioritizing which tickets to bring in. We say lots of positive feedback about the game, mall, and online course. I actively ask for feedback and input from others. Okay, here we go. Opportunities. What didn't go well? Thursday stream went completely off the rails time-wise. What didn't go well? I noticed I don't have any allotted time for my mental health or hobbies. I noticed this, and it's kind of a trick thing because game development is my hobby as well, but I don't have any dedicated time where I'm not working on a game and not spending time with other people. So I need to figure out a way to get me a hobby in somehow. What else didn't go well? I was late to Thursday's sprint, not sprint, stream due to technical difficulties. What else didn't go well? Google's API. It's a real word? Okay, thank you, Tambourine. Google's authentication keeps failing after a day. Making make.com integration not work. What didn't go well? Some quality issues with live streams and shorts. We get all that resolved going forward. What else didn't go well? I would say, well, another thing that went well, did great balancing my energy and effort with job, OCPD coach brand, and retro game store simulator. What went well? I asked for help. I asked for help. Mike, Justin, um, effects, guys. That's a big one. I'm bold in this. What else do we have in here? Did the office breakdown stream? Did the office breakdown stream? That went well, but the office breakdown stream took a good amount of time, or not even a good amount of time. I'll say stream took more time than I anticipated. And what does that mean? It means that our time blindness got us again. It's okay, guys. Okay. All right. I think this is good so far. Tambourine, is there anything that you can think of that went well and something that didn't go well this sprint for me? I'll add in here. Finally rebranded. Okay, while I ask Tambourine, while we wait on Tamborine's response, let me keep moving. Let's go to action items. Communicating. Yeah. I'll say halfway there. All right, carry on my wayward son. Wayward son, halfway there. What can be done going forward? Oh, I didn't build a budget. I should have done that, but I'm in deep now. I'm just going for it. Address vertical streaming issues so that I can have mobile streaming. Not urgent at the moment. So it's not urgent at the moment. I should still try to build a budget, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not really thinking about it right this second because I'm so deep in it. Me making a budget now would be man, I don't know. Let me see. Maybe this is part of the marketing plan. Actually, that makes sense. This does need to be part of the marketing plan. So this sprint is when I should build one. I need to start working up until my stream starts. Give myself a 15-minute buffer. No. Oh, I did that. That's a plus. I did a great job not working up until stream starts. This allowed me to be early for some streams. All right, what else do we have? What else do we have? I think I fixed my timer situation this spring, didn't I? Okay. I would say this. I had performance. I call it performance anxiety. Early in the week. Meeting with Jameson to validate priorities really helped me out. So that's one I had to put in there. I should put one in here for my job because I got something done. Oh, hold on. Yeah. I actually asked for feedback and input from others. So I will extend this. I asked for and listened to. 'Cause, 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 Trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. The streams are going well. The game is okay. I do have one area. One area. I brought Justin in to help, but I don't have the sandbox ready for him to execute on anything. This is a delegation flaw on my side. That's a delegation flaw. I do have a delegation flaw with that. I brought somebody in and I didn't have a very clear way forward for them to hop in and do what they need to do. So that's 100% on me. I would say another thing that went well, I did well accepting compliments and feedback. I think I did well with both. I get feedback from my wife for different people I ask stuff to, and I don't think I was as defensive for everything as I used to be. I think I was more understanding for the most part. And I'm really thinking this was a really different sprint. It was really productive. Loads of content. But I think, yeah, I might be good. Let me check my other sprint real quick and just see. Build a budget for the rest of that, or not that. Budgeting more than 2 commitments were canceled. This wastes my time if I don't know part. All right, I did have a wasted meeting this week. I'll call it a wasted meeting. What didn't go well? I had a meeting that led to no real outcome, next steps. So this just adds overhead for me. So I think going forward, I need to vet my clients more. And start saying, all right, I need to vet clients more. And the other thing was, I think I did a decent job. Didn't have a hard time. Didn't have too difficult of a time saying no when necessary. All right, what else? What else? Lots of conversations with tier 2 and tier 3 individuals. All right, guys. Perfect. So that's that. And now we have a good list here. You guys saw me type it out, so I'm not going to read every single one, but I do want to just spend 5 minutes, choose one or two, and talk through them, highlight them a little bit. So let's see. One that I highlighted, I asked for help. Now this is a big one for folks who have OCPD. We try to take everything on, and we don't know when to ask for help. We ask the wrong people for help, or we don't know how to put people in the best situation to succeed when we do ask for help. I think I did a great job this sprint because I asked people for help when I asked people for help for different things. I asked Mike to help me with the art, if he could replace all the art, because that's his specialty, and he was able to do that. I asked Justin to help me with optimizing the game, and he was able to do that. I put a couple more orders in, so I put orders in for all of my effects, the visual effects, and I put an order in for Ben, who does my 3D art, so he can get some props modeled. I was very clear with what I needed. I provided references. I provided details. I really was really proud of how I was able to handle asking for help and getting all that stuff prioritized or done. I will say that this is a big one for me. I did a great job balancing my energy and effort this week. So my job, me being where I'm at with my job, I put a lot of energy into my job, was able to be really productive and get some stuff moved. I asked for help when needed, and I was able to get unblocked on some stuff. With the OCPD coach brand, I rebranded. So some of you guys might have seen, but I made a new header that has the times for live stream, so people will be able to see that I do go live. They'll be able to see what happens. I added myself a new picture here. All right. And I set up, oh man, I set up affiliate links. I should have gave myself a ticket for that. I did that. I'll just count that as admin and planning. That'll fall up under that bucket. But I set up affiliate links this sprint, which is something that I've been wanting to do so that you guys can see what my setup is like. People were wondering how I got my setup, how it is, and all the stuff I bought. So now if you want to support me on another level, you can go and purchase some of these products. What else do we have in here? I have 2 minutes. Let's go to something negative. Performance anxiety. This is a good one to talk about. So when I go goblin mode, I'm all motivated. I'm pushing myself. I'm hyping myself up. And then I get off the stream, go spend time with family, go eat, go to sleep, wake up, go to work for 8 hours. And I think about how much time I in reality have to get anything done. So I hit this point Monday afternoon or Monday evening where I was just really in my head about how I was going to get all of this done. And I started wondering if the project was, how close the project was to really being complete, if I was rushing it. I started thinking about if the game was any good, if my project that I was working on, if people were even going to like it or any of that stuff. So I was really in my head, but it happens a lot. So this is not something that is new to me. What wound up helping me, and I hope you guys can take this, is we suffer from indecision a lot of times with OCPD. And me having somebody in my corner like Jameson, who is an expert at game development, me having him in my corner to vent to about that, because I told him right when the meeting started, I just explained what my head was, and I said, I know I'll get the game done. I know all of this stuff. It's just that anxiety because it's so much pressure. It's a lot on the line with this project. And he was able to just talk me through it all. We were able to go through my tickets, prioritize it. He was asking, we were able to figure out how he could help me more with whatever I needed to get done. And it really just helped me out. So, but I did have this. I did struggle from performance anxiety this sprint, knowing that this game is just about done. And it might get even worse over the next 2 weeks, but we're going to pray to God that we can get through this with confidence. I want confidence in the product, confidence in the game, confidence in my ability, confidence in everything I'm doing where I want to play my game. I want to market my game. I want people to see this game. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. And then Tampa Reed threw something in. I noticed you showed a lot of patience this past week. Oh, okay. I like that. Thank you. So let me add that in. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. That helped me out a lot. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So I think we're good to go with this. I think that retro is perfect. I want to keep this stream moving. So before I move to the next section, I just want to give you guys a reminder that I will be live again this Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to do a check-in to see how we are doing on our task, if we are having any roadblocks, how much progress we are just making in general. So that'll be a lot of fun. On Saturday, I do a live stream at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I just work. We get some work done. We talk. We chill and we vibe. And then on Sunday, hey, it's nap time. It's nap time. What are you doing? Go ahead. Take your shoes off. Unless your mom told you you're not taking a nap, you're supposed to be taking a nap. Go ahead. Y'all, my son just snuck in here. Oh, my wife just said my wife just said I stepped away. Look at that. As soon as the second my wife steps away, my son sneaks down to my office. He's supposed to be taking a nap. That's why I'm confused. Unless y'all about to do something. But all right, that's what happens. Now you see what it's like with ADHD and OCPD when you get interrupted by your children. That's what that experience is like. My wife keeps telling me to lock my door. I just always forget. But yeah, this is the thing. Every single Sunday, 1:15 p.m. Eastern time, that is when I come on and do this. We plan our sprint together. I show you guys how I did this sprint, what came in, what was finished, and then we do this retro where we go and try to see what we did well, what we sucked at doing, and then things that we can improve on going forward. It's nap time. I'm grown. Justin, welcome in, man. Welcome in. So we have yeah, Justin, you were mentioned in here somewhere. Yeah, I mentioned you in here. I asked for help, but I also mentioned as an opportunity that I don't think I had my sandbox ready for you to do what you need right now. So that's something I can improve on going forward so you can hold me accountable to it. But let's move on to this last section, guys. This is the planning session. This is the 20-minute planning session. Right? So let's get right to it. Oh my goodness. I need to turn on I need to switch my music up real quick. Let's switch the music up real quick. All right, all right, all right, all right. I need to figure out what I'm about to eat. I was supposed to eat conies today, and I told my wife I didn't want to do that today. She was gonna make my homemade conies for me because I'm doing a live stream at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I mean at 8. Yeah, 8 or 9. I forgot exactly what time, but I told you guys earlier. So I didn't want to do conies before I have that meeting. That's why you need help. You're setting another unrealistic expectation. I know how to help you. I know how to help you help you. That's all that matters. There we go, my guy. Yeah, I appreciate that, Justin. Tambry, after the park, he had his lunch, coach. Oh, you guys went to the park? I didn't even know y'all went to the park. That's crazy. I didn't even know they left. As many alarm systems I have and cameras, you think I knew. All right, let's keep going. So we are going into our marketing plan and sprint. This is the sprint where I want to start getting this game finished right before the polish stage. Polish is last. Jeez, I have a lot of stuff, but I forgot I have a lot of stuff that just moves over automatically, so that's fine. So let's do this. Let's move the stuff that we know automatically moves over, move that up to the top. Read that again, LOL. That's why you need help. You're setting another unrealistic expectation. I know how to help you. Help me help you. Oh, I didn't see that part. I had his mic in my way. That's all that matters. All right, I got it. I got it. That's funny. So let's move this to the top of the backlog. All right. Come on, come on, come on. Why am I here? Oh, crap. I moved it to the back of the backlog somehow. You guys, bear with me. I'm off about four hours of sleep. I went to bed at 1 and woke up at 3 and then woke up all the way at 6. So that's another reason I have the glasses on so this light is not too bright in my eyes this morning. Yeah, I don't know why that moved to the top of the backlog. That's weird. It's weird that it moved here. I think it's just moving slow. Might just be too much running right now. All right, so let's move this to the sprint we're going into, which is the marketing plan and sprint. Okay, there it is. All right, all right, all right. We're back at it. Then we'll refresh this. Oh man, guys, I can't wait till my course is done. I cannot wait. I'll have something to share with you guys. I'm hoping to release it in August around my birthday, so we'll see. Okay, so everything here is not making it. For instance, the cloning, the AI art, let's go ahead and just pull that out of this sprint. So we'll move that to polish. We have the hyper focus stream. We know that that is happening. Yeah, see, that's weird. The move work item, you would think they just had a move to the top of sprint there, but I'm not seeing it there. So that's what I clicked the wrong thing. That's on me. Look forward to the stream tonight, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, thank you. I didn't know if you scheduled the live streams because what I was going to do is send the link, post the link. But yeah, as I mentioned, guys, tonight it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Got it. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be on Sandra Faye's YouTube channel. So we're going to be talking about OCPD. It's going to be real cool. All right, let's keep moving. We have this OCPD hyperfocus stream, this benchmarking task. Both of these move over every single time. So let's move these. All right, move it all the way up. Yeah, this thing is chugging. It's chugging. Let me drop this out the way. Let me close this for now. And let me zoom out just a little bit and see if that makes it a little bit better. All right, that's better. I like that better. I don't know why this thing has to take up this entire space. That's ridiculous. It's not optimized. All right, so things I know are happening. Jameson meeting, definitely happening. What else is definitely happening? Edit 3 TikToks and YouTube shorts. I don't do this anymore. I have somebody that helps with this now. The power of delegation, guys. The power of proper delegation. Let me see if she's in. She's not in here yet. So let me move this out. Actually, I'll delete it. I'm deleting it, getting it off my conscience all the way off my brain. I don't need to think about it at all. And then we have consider loopholes and issues. Yes. Implement custom dancing animations. Yes, we're doing that. The record store system, let's get that in. Build the marketing plan for RGSS 100%. That's the most important thing we're going to be doing. Scout upcoming conferences, absolutely. We're doing that. Create debug event window, not priority. Moving this to move it to stretch work. Build flow for customers coming in each day. Watch this. KISS. Keep it simple, Shannon. Don't overcomplicate this. Just assign likely shopping times to each archetype and have that time check. Simple. That's simple. We'll make that happen really easy. So let's go ahead and move that up to the top. Actually, let me put it here. Let me put it there, and let me make this a stretch. It's cool to get it, but it's absolutely not necessary until the demo is released. Honestly, it's not necessary at all, to be honest with you. There it is. My brain might drop it. We'll see. Configure all mall events for a demo. We're not doing this sprint. That's not happening. Instead, let's switch this to our demo sprint. We'll do that in the demo sprint. Build test plan for RGSS. Do I really need a test plan for RGSS? Yeah, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Scout upcoming. Yep. Wife time. Cut beans hair. Yeah, my son will need a haircut. I'll go crazy on you. Trademark check in. Honestly, I'll keep it in to give myself an easy win. I always recommend you guys do this. Try to get easy wins where you can. So I keep this in so I can get an easy win. But I set myself up for post notifications. So every time my trademark has an update, I'll get notified. But we'll keep it in anyways. Hi. Fix YouTube broadcast automation. This is not priority. Bumping it out. I'm moving it to anytime task. Right now, I can keep manually making it. It's absolutely fine. It's not priority. All right. So we have read the Bible. Yep, we're reading the Bible. Absolutely. We are getting our OCPD Coach Sunday stream in. We're doing that right now. Oh, we have a stream tonight. The stream I mentioned that I have tonight. So for that stream, let's make a ticket for that because that will take time. Work time. Wait, where's the stream I just made? Where's the ticket I just made? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Crazy on you. Crazy on you. Let me go crazy, crazy on you. Now I'm gonna show you guys about optimizations, right? Watch this. Hey Meta. Hey Meta. Wait, is it Meta? I don't even know what you're supposed to say to Meta. But watch this. Hey Alexa, do I have any appointments today?
Shannon, today, there are 2 events remaining. There is 1 event in progress. Let's plan our week with ADHD and OCPD lasts until 3:15 p.m. And then, at 7:30 p.m. there's OCPD coach meeting with Sandra.
Cool. I already had it. I forgot that I connected, that I set that meeting up on my calendar, but I have the Alexa Echoes and I have my Google Calendar connected so it can just keep me updated and give me reminders before my meeting. So I already have one set. Perfect. So this one, we're going to move up to the top because we know that this one is happening. I'm going to block one more out. I don't know where we might be doing a team on we might be doing a stream on Thursday, possibly. We have to see if they are still running it. And I have to get the name of it again. Oh man, what was the topic again? Oh, Simone Biles situation. So guys, don't be surprised if you see me around different streams or anything like that. I love having conversations and different conversations, so it's always great to just connect with people. What else do we have on here? Read Bible for 30 minutes. Thought I brought that up already. Let me see. Brought that up. Okay. Scout in upcoming conferences. Yes. Build test plan. Honestly, I'm going to keep it because I can make a quick one, but it seems like I already did it. Build flow for customers coming in each day. That's a stretch. Announcement system. Yes, this has to be done. Absolutely has to be done. Even if it's not really fleshed out, I need to have it in. I said trademark check-in we'll give ourselves. Customer napping system. Let's get that done this sprint. Commission icons for each archetype. Yes, let's do this. And I should have my UI art, or at least majority of it, done this week, so I can start setting UI art up next sprint. Configure phone call and voicemail table. Yes. So we'll put that right here. All items for stores for all, add all items for stores to stores for demo. That's what I'm supposed to be having Justin help me out with, but I'm trying to figure out how I can help him out without stepping on his toes with what he's doing. It's just so difficult for me. That's where I have difficulty, is finding out how in detail. Man, this is an OCPD thing I just learned about, and this is interesting. With us, we get so caught up in the details, and I think that is another difficulty that I have with delegating is I get so caught up in the details that I start thinking about details that I don't need to think about, that the person who I'm delegating to would be thinking about. And then I don't know where to draw the line because I'm so involved at that point. Oh, that was good. I didn't even think about that until just now. Next thing is build Santa system. Let's see if we can go ahead and I'm trying to think of everything I want to have in for the trailer for the most part. So that's why I'm adding a lot of this stuff. This is only bring this in if all models are ready and effects are ready. So I'm gonna give myself a contingency here. So I'll put that to the top of polish for now. Build clear image magazines, polish. Honestly, this could probably go in for the demo or marketing sprint. Actually, I could have said marketing sprint. What is this? Marketing sprint. Okay, is that? All right, all right. How are we looking? How many tickets did I do last sprint? I did 28 tickets last sprint. I assigned myself about 23. So let's aim for around 20. Let's aim for 30. Let's aim for 30. The reason I say that is because I know at least two of these, if not three, I automatically get credit for. One of them is this sprint that the current stream I'm doing, the stream for tonight. That's two. And then I have the trademark check-in. That'd be three. I get to easily just knock all three of those out. Yeah. So we'll give ourselves, we'll try to do 30 of them at least. Right now I'm at 32. So let's see, what can we pull out? This thief weapon system. I would love to have this in. I don't want to bump this out because this is really urgent. I don't want to bump this one out. But what takes precedence? That is the question I need to figure out. Between this and the sabotage, I need both in. But sabotage is a much more important part of the game. I just don't think everything will be ready. And even with the thief system, difficult. Let's do this. Let's pull a thief system here. We'll pull a thief system out because I do have a whole sprint for polish, which is next week. So we'll make sure we get the thief system in during polish because by then, everything should be ready. Why pull it in right now if I don't even have all the assets? That doesn't make sense. Love it. I'm using my brain. All right, let's go ahead and pull this Thursday stream up. just in case. We have add all items to stores for demo. Let's add a description. Will Justin be doing this for me? Where is the line? Where's the line? That's honestly, that also should go to polish. The way I'm looking at that should also go to polish. But let's add this one in, which is create publisher list for custom logos. That's an easy one. We'll be able to knock that out. I might even be able to knock that out in like 15, 20 minutes. Just put that request in. All right, check out system rehaul. I do need to rehaul the checkout system. So we're keeping this in. We're definitely keeping this in because that's urgent for me. I have changed collision threshold for physics. We're bringing it in. Now this is where it gets good because we have to start bringing in the hard stuff that we wanted to just keep pushing off, but we got to bring it in. Work out at least 2 times a week. That's a repeat, so we'll bring that up. And cutting beans here is a repeat, so we'll bring that up. Sometime, y'all, sometime this sprint, I keep it at 5 hours. I'll try to give my son his 5 hours, but I'm not going to hold myself accountable this sprint for it. We're going to cut it down to 2.5. I've already had the conversation with him. I'm looking at the timer. All right, let's do this last thing. We'll bump this out. Just because I don't have it ready and I want to make sure I can only commit to things I know I'm doing. All right. And look at that. Wow, look at that. 30. You guys would have thought that I was keeping track. You might have thought I was keeping track of how many I had in that whole time, but I really wasn't. I just brought that out and happened to land at 30, which is perfect. So we're going to take it. We're going to take it, y'all. We're going to keep it going. Let's start the sprint. I'm going to get this sprint started. And this is what my goal is. I'll tell you now. My goal with this is to get, what do we want to do? Oh, I already did it. Beautiful. I made it for myself. Look at that. Thank you, past self. You looked out for the current version of me. I love it. So I need to get a list of conferences, a marketing plan finalized. I need to find, oh, that's something I don't have in here. Hold on. I do need to add one more thing in here real quick. Yep, that's the last thing we need to add. I need to find who's making my trailer. Okay. So that's a big one. We have to find who's making the trailer. That's something that I normally wouldn't even give myself a ticket for, but that's work. We have to do it. So we'll make sure we get that done. And everything else we're leaving. We are at 31 tickets, 31. And when all of this is done, I want to be able to celebrate. So let's do it right now. Let's go ahead and give ourselves our first win for the week, which is the Sunday stream. All right, that's that. Guys, I'm really hopeful. And this sprint, I'm really confident. I'm extremely confident that this sprint is going to be successful. God is going to come through. And I wanted to remind you that I do stream 3 times a week. So not just on Sundays, but I stream on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to do a check-in and see how I'm going, how I'm doing throughout the week, that is the one you want to be part of. I do another stream every single Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And this is the stream where I get work done. So you want to work with me, you want to ask questions, this is a great one. Yesterday I did a 2-hour video talking about the combination of ADHD and OCPD, and I related it back to The Office, which is one of my favorite shows. So if you're interested in a random rant, go check it out before we get it clipped up. And then every single Sunday I do this stream, 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. This is the stream where we plan our entire work week out. These strategies that you see me using, first of all, I've used these strategies at big companies. I'm talking about Disney, Rocket Mortgage, and I've been doing this for 9 or 10 years, having ADHD, having OCPD. I've been able to see success. And the things that I love to teach you all when you come into any of these streams or watch my videos is how to build that healthy relationship with progress, because we can be successful in our careers, but struggle with family. We can, oh, I just thought about something. I should have added something for my mental health. All right, y'all, hold on. One thing. It's okay. I know that we are, with OCPD, we are extremely rigid, and I'm trying to get better with not being so rigid. It's okay, even though it started, and I skipped this. I'm adding this because this is important. Play day of play GameCube. That's it. All right, I got it. I have a ticket in here. Look, multitasking. We get 2 things done at one time, right? So I'll add myself another ticket in here for play GameCube with son. So I either can play with my wife or my son. And I need to make it specific. It's really important to make it specific, a SMART goal. So play GameCube for at least 2 hours with Bean or wife. This should also count towards their individual goals. Look at that. And then since it's 2 hours, we're going to up the story points to 2. For our labels, we are going to give it the OCPD coach, because I can't do anything if my mind is not right. It helps Retro Game Store Simulator also with my brain, personal brand this year, my mental health, definitely, my tier 1 relationship. And that's going to be it. I'm going to create it. Got to give myself a pat on the back for that one, because I almost let that slip by. And we want to make sure that we are making time for our mental health. It's really essential. And it's something that I couldn't keep going all of these sprints without doing something just for that. So that being said, let me get back to the full cam. I told you guys about all the streams I do. I want to remind you, if you're in here and you're not subscribed, why not? Just do it. It's free. It doesn't take long. But when you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, so that way you always get notified when I go live. When I go live 3 times a week, you get notified. When I have a full video releasing every single Wednesday morning at 8 a.m., you get notified. If I have shorts coming and it's insightful information, you get notified. Because a lot of folks that have ADHD and OCPD have been asking me to make more content about that combination. So that's what I'm here to do. Don't miss out. Last thing I wanted to tell you guys is that when this sprint is over, it's only one thing that I want to be able to play, and that's this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar. Y'all, I'm going in this sprint. I'm so excited. I cannot explain to you guys how excited I am. The fact that last sprint went so well, and I see the jumps and leaps that the game has taken since then, blows my mind. And I guess while I'm talking about my game, I want to remind you guys that you can wishlist my game right now on Steam. That game is Retro Game Store Simulator. Look at that. I built that, y'all. I built that. This video game takes place in the 1980s. You get to run a video game store in the 1980s and have all of the different parallel or adjacent brands. It's not Nintendo, but we do have Kajento. We don't have Atari, but we do have Akumu. And you get to just have fun with it. It's wacky, but also deep at the same time. It's an interesting mix. So I hope you guys go check that game out. If you have friends or anything, family that plays video games, go let them know about that game. Support this game. This is the game you want to support. I'm not using AI. I'm actually paying artists. I paid people to make 3D assets, 2D assets, audio, everything, writing. I paid people, real humans. So support this project. This is the one to support. It's a very intentional game. And it's a game that you will love. If you like simulation games, goofy stuff, or serious stuff, then you'll definitely love it. All right. That being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. But again, I will be live I'll be live tonight. And let me pull that link back up that I sent earlier. I'll be live tonight. Goodness, all of these game store simulators. Oh, the link is up. Look at that. The link is up, y'all. Thank you. Let me share my screen to show you, just so everybody can do notify. So here we go, right here. It's a notify button right there. That's what you want to hit. That will let you know. You'll get pinged when this stream gets started. And I think you get pinged 15 minutes before. But this is gonna be really cool. We're gonna get to talk about OCPD a little bit. And I'll try to do my best to give you guys insight that you don't already know about the experience. But if you are dealing with this mental health struggle of having OCPD, make sure you talk to a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm just somebody who I coach people based off of my experience and my knowledge. That's it. All right. So hope you guys have a great one. I hope to see you guys here. If I don't see you guys here, then I will see. Oh, let me send it on YouTube. Hold on. I'm sending it on YouTube. Full cam. Let me send this on YouTube real quick so you guys can have it there too. I'm not a licensed therapist. All right. I'm just somebody who I coach people. There it is. That's my voice. But
What's
yeah,
going on, guys?
if you guys, I hope you guys have a great day and you keep fighting for your life. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.